Welcome to the top 5 11th grade required reading books explained. 1. Catch-22. Catch-22 is a classic novel by Joseph Heller that's not just about war, but the absurdity of it all. Set during World War II, Catch-22 follows Captain John Yossarian, a U.S. Army Air Corps B-25 bombardier stationed on the small island of Pianosa. Yossarian's main mission? To stay alive in a war that seems designed to kill him. But surviving isn't easy. Yossarian is trapped by a military rule called Catch-22. This rule states that airmen who are crazy can be grounded. But there's a catch. If you apply for a mental health discharge because you're afraid of dying, it means you're sane and therefore ineligible to be grounded. Confused? That's the point. Catch-22 is all about the contradictions and absurdities in wartime bureaucracy. The soldiers face endless nonsensical rules that keep them in dangerous combat situations. Heller fills the story with dark humor and a cast of eccentric characters, each adding to the chaotic atmosphere. For example, Dr. Nika, the squadron's doctor, who insists he's being sent on missions even though he's safely on the ground. Through these characters and their bizarre experiences, Heller explores critical themes like the absurdity of war, the power of bureaucracy, and the survival instinct. The novel questions the very logic of war and the sanity of those who wage it. At its core, Catch-22 is a powerful critique of the absurdity of human conflict and the struggles of maintaining one's humanity in an inhuman system. So if you're ready for a thought-provoking and darkly funny read, dive into Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. It's a wild ride through the madness of war. 2. Everything is Illuminated. Everything is Illuminated is a unique and moving novel by Jonathan Safran Foer that blends history, humor, and heartfelt storytelling. The story follows Jonathan Safran Foer, a young American writer, on a quest to find the woman who saved his grandfather from the Nazis in a small Ukrainian village. Jonathan is joined by Alex, a hip-hop-loving Ukrainian translator, and Alex's grandfather, who believes he is blind and is haunted by his past. Alongside them is their eccentric dog, Sammy Davis Jr. As they journey through Ukraine, the novel switches between Jonathan's modern-day travels and his fictionalized account of his ancestral village, Trachimbrod, from its founding in the 18th century to its destruction during World War II. The novel's dual narrative weaves together the vibrant, magical history of Trachimbrod with the somber and often humorous road trip of Jonathan and his companions. Through this journey, Foer explores themes of memory, identity, and the impact of history on the present. The characters confront painful truths and forge unexpected connections, illuminating their understanding of themselves and their past. Foer's inventive storytelling and rich characters highlight the importance of remembering and honoring the past while also finding hope and humor in the present. If you're looking for a novel that's touching, funny, and thought-provoking, dive into Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer. 3. The Stranger. The Stranger is a powerful novel by Albert Camus that dives deep into existentialism and the human condition. Meet Meursault, a French Algerian who lives a simple, detached life. The novel begins with him receiving news of his mother's death. But Meursault's indifferent reaction sets the tone for the entire story. After the funeral, Meursault returns to his routine, working, smoking, and starting a casual relationship with Marie, a former co-worker. His life takes a dramatic turn when he gets involved in a conflict with Raymond, a neighbor, leading to a deadly confrontation. One hot day on the beach, Meursault impulsively shoots an Arab man which lands him in jail. The second half of the novel focuses on his trial, but it's not just about the crime, it's about Meursault's character and his indifferent attitude towards life. During the trial, society condemns Meursault not just for the murder, but for his refusal to play by its rules. His lack of conventional emotions and honesty about his indifference make him a stranger in his own world. Camus uses Meursault's story to explore existentialist themes like the absurdity of life, the inevitability of death, and the importance of personal freedom. Meursault comes to accept the absurdity of existence, finding a sense of peace in acknowledging life's randomness. The Stranger is a thought-provoking read that challenges you to think about the meaning of life and your place in the world. And it's a journey into the heart of existentialism. 4. Moby Dick. Moby Dick is a legendary novel by Herman Melville that plunges into the depths of adventure, obsession, and the human spirit. Meet Ishmael, our story's narrator. Seeking adventure, he signs up for a whaling expedition aboard the Pequod, captained by the mysterious and brooding Ahab. Aboard the Pequod, Ishmael encounters a diverse and colourful crew, including Queequeg, a skilled harpooner, and Starbuck, the first mate. But the true heart of the voyage is Captain Ahab, who has a singular, terrifying goal. Ahab's obsession? Hunting down Moby Dick, the great white whale that maimed him, leaving him with an ivory leg. Ahab's fixation on revenge drives the entire journey, leading the crew into treacherous waters. As the Pequod sails deeper into the ocean, the crew faces immense dangers, from violent storms to encounters with other ships. Ahab's relentless pursuit of Moby Dick becomes a perilous quest that tests the limits of their endurance and sanity. Throughout their journey, Ishmael reflects on profound themes like the unpredictability of nature, the futility of revenge, and the struggle for meaning in an indifferent universe. Melville's rich symbolism and philosophical insights make Moby Dick a masterpiece of American literature. The novel builds to a dramatic climax as Ahab finally confronts Moby Dick. The epic battle between man and nature ends in tragedy, leaving Ishmael as the sole survivor to tell the tale. If you're ready for an epic adventure filled with deep themes and unforgettable characters, dive into Moby Dick by Herman Melville. 5. The Red Badge of Courage. The Red Badge of Courage is a powerful novel by Stephen Crane that delves into the realities of war and the journey from fear to courage. Meet Henry Fleming, a young soldier in the Union Army during the American Civil War. Eager to prove his bravery, Henry enlists, but soon finds himself facing the brutal reality of battle. Henry's regiment goes into combat, and he is overwhelmed by fear. In a moment of panic, he deserts his comrades and flees into the woods, consumed by shame and guilt. Alone and haunted by his cowardice, Henry witnesses the horrors of war firsthand. He sees wounded and dying soldiers, each bearing their own red badge of courage, the wounds that signify their bravery. Determined to redeem himself, Henry returns to his regiment. In the next battle, he fights with newfound courage, carrying the flag and inspiring his fellow soldiers. He transforms from a scared boy into a confident and courageous man. Stephen Crane explores deep themes in The Red Badge of Courage, including the harsh realities of war, the psychological struggle between fear and bravery, and the journey to self-discovery. Henry's internal battle and eventual triumph illustrate the complexity of courage and the importance of facing one's fears. The novel shows that true bravery is not the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it. The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane is a gripping and insightful read about the human spirit in the face of war. Pick up. It's a timeless story of growth and heroism. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.